These fried chicken tenders are made without any oil or meat. Look in the description box below for the written recipe. You'll need 2 kinds of beans. 1 container of 15.5 ounces of Great Northern beans or cannellini beans, strained, preserving the bean liquid or aquafaba. Transfer the beans to a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper or a silicone mat and gently press on the beans. Cook in the oven for 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Getting the Great Northern beans out of the oven, you'll need to fluff them with a spatula a little bit just to break up the heat. Popping these into the freezer in a stainless steel bowl will help bring down the heat really quickly, but this step isn't absolutely necessary. Using a 30-ounce container of chickpeas or garbanzo beans, drain the aquafaba from the beans into the same bowl that you used previously for the other aquafaba. Pour the chickpeas into a food processor. Add 1/4 cup apple cider vinegar and a 1/2 cup of hot sauce. I use Frank's RedHot original cayenne pepper sauce, but you can use barbecue sauce here if you don't want it too spicy. This flavor profile is moderately spicy. 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic is next. 1 tablespoon of spicy brown mustard and 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Process until smooth. This may take a couple rounds, using a spatula to smooth down the sides of the container. Okay, this now looks done. If you can't see any more beans, then you are good. In a food processor, combine 1.5 cups of dry oats with 1/2 cup nutritional yeast and 2 teaspoons of salt. Grind until fine and set aside. Spoon your wet mixture into a larger bowl and add to this your processed oats, nutritional yeast, salt, and stir until combined. You may have to incorporate in stages. This looks like the right consistency. You will need a surface to work to make your tenders. Using your hands, form the little logs or tenders. These aren't necessarily the prettiest thing, but they will shape up really nice. Continue this process until you use all your mixture, and feel free to make some of them a little irregular looking too, smaller in size. In a bowl, add 1 tablespoon maple syrup, 1 tablespoon of hot sauce or barbecue sauce, and 1 tablespoon of the aquafaba from earlier. Stir until combined. In a food processor, mix 1/2 cup of dry oats, 1/2 cup of cornmeal, and 2 teaspoons of fajita seasoning, which is also 1 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, and 1/2 teaspoon black pepper. I'll take the chilled cannellini beans and use a fork to press them down and break them up a little bit more. The mixture we just processed, I will add to this bowl, give it a little stir, and set aside. You'll then take your tenders and roll them in the liquid batter and then into this dry batter, pressing the batter into the tender at times and coating on all sides. If you'll be baking these in the oven, set your temperature for 400 degrees Fahrenheit. These will cook for 25 minutes. Flip them for the last 5 minutes. Another way to cook these is in the air fryer. After you have filled your basket or the shelves of your air fryer, these will cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. You don't need to flip these. If you come to the end of your liquid batter and you run out, feel free to add 2 extra tablespoons of aquafaba and stir any remaining liquid together. These are ready to go in. This is what they look like coming out of the air fryer. A little firm and crispy. I'm going to do a little tasting with barbecue sauce. It's crunchy like coating. Use any type of dipping sauce or just have it plain. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.